Hello, hello, everyone in YouTube land, I guess. YouTube land. Good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome to our. I'm gonna just stop counting because I'll forget at some point. I will totally, and that's wonderful. I hear the channel in my earbuds. Okay, I'm using AirPods because the last time I hosted this, someone said I sound like I was talking from a coffee can. So I'll try this, and I'm only using one. And if it goes low, I have the backup. So we'll try it. Yes, I did see the eclipse today. Let's get that out of the way. I did see it. My daughter and I had lunch together, our routine lunch on Mondays. We were in the med center. We pulled over and we looked at it, took pictures, took selfies of ourselves in our silly glasses, captured the moment, Kodak moment, and we're done. We didn't get the 100%, but we got like the 95% here in Houston. So we'll see. Thank you, Jeffrey. Very clear, David. Thank you. I will use my NASA voice. Ron, greetings from Tacoma, Washington. Nice. Good to have you. I'll get some things out of the way, just some maintenance. Scott and I, we kind of bring it. We limit ourselves to about 10 items, sometimes 11, 12. We cheat a little bit because we may have multiple of the same item or maybe one or two different sizes. So it's not cheating. It's just kind of like randomly giving you more options. The sale goes fast. We try to limit to 2 hours or less. We know you're busy. This is the beginning of a crazy week, another crazy week in our lives. So the chat is way too fast to keep up. We hope that there'll probably be 200 or so in this. So we hope that you see something you like and place your bid when we show it because our countdowns are fairly quick. Thank you, KP. I see KP is putting in some items. I ship from Houston, Texas. Scott ships from New Jersey, Philly area. And if you purchase something, our emails are scrolling along the bottom, so you can't miss it. And we ship separately. We don't combine shipping because we're in two separate states. So my state typically is insanity. Anyway, without further ado, I will bring in Scott. There he is. Hello, sir.
Greetings and shalom aleichem. Oh, David.
Go. Yes.
Okay. Let me just tell you, while I was in the green room, twice, without me touching anything, the microphone turned red and went muted. I had to unmute myself twice. I don't know why.
I did it. I heard a little clicky while you were in the green room. So I was like, oh.
That's my squeaky chair.
If suddenly you don't hear Scott, I may have muted him. So I will unmute him now.
Boy, don't make me drive over to Texas.
I gave you the same power. Same Jedi power.
I might have to go on over there and open up a can of Jersey. Oh, I gotta say something else.
Don't blame me. Blame the limoncello.
Blame the limoncello. Ron, I can see you. Now look. Ron, I don't know, but here's what I did. I'm gonna ask. First of all, Ron, I didn't block you. I didn't mute you. I didn't cancel you. I love you. So something is weird. I know. It may be that I'm going to blame my moderators. I shouldn't do that. I am going to, the next time I go live, Ron, I'm going to ask Jeffrey, I'm going to coordinate this. In fact, I'm going to ask Jeffrey Reed. I hear Marshall. I hear something weird. So I'm going to ask.
Go ahead.
Jeffrey or one of my other moderators to look in the settings and see if somebody muted you or gave you a wrench or something. But Ron, you're a wonderful customer. I ain't got no complaints. Why would I mute you? I wouldn't do that. So something happened weird where you don't show up in my chats where I know I got that, but I don't know what it is. And I just want you to know, Ron, I did not do anything purposefully to cancel you. So we got to figure out what it is. I don't know. You look in your settings. I'll look in mine. I'm going to ask my moderators to go into the chat. Okay, Jeffrey's on it. He says he'll look. Yep, it's wrong. I know. We can see you here. We got that.
Yes.
There's a problem.
We're wondering why we can't see it on the old Curiosity Shop.
There's
That's
a
all.
problem with Ron showing up in the old Curiosity Shop. And, you know, there's no need for him to think that I'm blocking him or deleting him or anything. There's just something weird going on. And we got to try to figure it out because, Ron, I want you here. Okay?
Maybe it's the algorithm.
I don't know, but we will try to figure it out. All right, Ron. Okay, so we're going to figure it out.
Okay, we're going to figure it all together. It's all love here in the Two Chaps Live. It's all love.
Now, hold on, Cindy. Hey, Cindy, Sin Roush, what is it? You might have a 5-second lag. Other people might have a 15-second lag. You're probably just talking about yourself, but everybody check your own lag because we've been through this. We've been through this before, right? Don't want to beat that, you know. So
okay.
All right, Ron, you're good. Yeah, the lag can be different for everybody. It's different for everybody. So as we always say, when we hold it up, if you like it, bid for it.
Exactly.
We don't want you to lose anything.
And Scott and I have discussed this. This is rather unique. We bring things that are different. Normally, you wouldn't see in our normal sales. Like I have the normal Wednesday sale with my wife, and we're like all over the map. Scott and I have discussed like we bring some things that are slightly off center and maybe a little primo in a sense. And you may think like, oh gosh, man, they're starting out pretty high. Think of the item, maybe the age, the uniqueness, whether it's scarce or not, and the time and effort Scott and I put into, I'm going to use the word, curating items for this show. Actually, you know, turning over rocks and looking at all the crevices for things that we normally don't run into all the time. So it's a little different. So enjoy, have fun, chat. If we miss you in the chat, we're sorry in advance. It's going to go quick, and we hope you enjoy the show. Are you ready, Scott? Do you even agree with what I said? I don't know.
I agree with everything you said.
Okay. Well, Scott, without further ado, you will go first, my friend, as you are a guest on this channel.
I thank you.
So far, we have a lot of people in. So I will go back in the green room.
Well, we're going to start off at $12 for a green tin from the 1930s. It measures about 3 by 6, 2 3/4 by 6 inches. It's not dented. It's not rusted. It's old. There's no label on it. It probably had a paper label. We're going to start at $12 on it. Hey, are you trying to do the look of the 1930s? There's that old drab green. I like to call it depression green. And I'll let you see on the bottom. We don't even know who made it. Sometimes you'll see the maker, but oh, let's try to get that lid off. It will come right off, and there it is. Pretty clean on the inside. You could take an SOS pad to that and, excuse me, really clean it if you'd like to put tea bags in it or whatnot. So once again, it's not rusted and it's not scratched, and it is just that classic, good old depression green. Helps us date the piece.
Melody's at 18.
$10. It's a $10. Now, we will give you the warning before the countdown. And again, if you're interested in an item, it's best to put your bid in at the warning and not as the countdown begins, depending on how long or how short the lag is for you. So the high bid is $18, and we're going to go ahead and count down this 1930s 10, ready for your Depression era kitchen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay, my stop will become under because it's cool. I may enter some comments under Vintage Uprising Texas because that's what I have on StreamYard. And I see Lori Perry in at 26 before the stop.
Thank you, Lori Perry. I appreciate that. And it's going to look fantastic in your kitchen. I know what your kitchen looks like. It looks great. It's coming your way. Oh, I just wanted to note if Hazel Atlas recognizes the Hazel Atlas candy cane. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, everybody who participated.
Excellent. My first item, this is starting at 17. I'll put that in. It's Bennington Pottery. This is their
Oh, I'm
blue
sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's that? I have the start. I've got it.
Okay. You don't want me to put it in?
No, I got it right now. It's highlighted too.
But you want me to do the stop?
If you would, please. Yeah.
I would, please. Okay.
So this is this type pitcher is called the Cottage Pitcher by Bennington Potters. This is in Vermont, made in Vermont. It's 8 inches tall. It holds a quart and a half of your liquid, and their design, it's very balanced. Beautiful glaze, blue agate glaze. It's hard to see with the way they glaze, but it has Bennington Potters here. Just a beautiful pitcher. Some may collect this, some may not. But it's the blue agate glaze. Nice sponging, the heavy sponging glaze. There's the blue. I think you can see it better there. I think I had it too dark here.
Pretty.
But it just pops. Make a nice gift for someone. Maybe you can make it into a pot. I don't know. I would use it as a pitcher. But nice, heavy. These are Bennington. All of their products are microwave safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe, and just very nice stoneware. If you've ever used stoneware, it keeps your cold beverages colder longer because it is stoneware pottery. So like I said, 8 inches tall, holds about it holds 1.5 quarts. I don't see any bids.
Oh, you're gonna have to bring that back. That'll sell.
Yeah. Okay. And I will bring that back.
Okay. That color is rich. Very nice.
Rich indeed.
Rich indeed. Oh, yeah. Bring that back. Bring it back. We will start off at $19 on an 8.5 inches tall trophy. 8.5 from here to here. Add another inch if you go all the way up to these sort of stylized dragon heads. Never been used. So, well, what I mean is nothing is engraved here or here or here or here. This is an old-timey plastic. It might even be Bakelite. I know you rub it and you smell it. Could be some other type of plastic. This is EPNS Deluxe. EPNS electroplated nickel silver. Yeah, EPNS. So it's a trophy. Look at these little, like, I think there's a name for that, David. I don't know where this comes from. It's not really a dragon head. This might be English. Is that like a stylized rampant lion? I don't know what it is, but I love it. And I think at one time someone had glued or put some sticky. Now this will come off. I want you to know I can actually scrape it with my nail. What you're going to have to do is get you some, what's it called? Not goof off.
Gooby gone.
Gooby gone. That'll come right off of there. Hi, Terry. It's good to see you. We've missed you for a couple of weeks. I hope you're doing okay. I noticed I hadn't seen you, and I wanted to say hello to you. Glad you're here. So that will come off. It's not, in fact, I got most of it off, but I was running low on my Goo Gone, and so I stopped digging at it. You could attach something to it. Gosh, because it's never been used, you could actually have something engraved on it if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
You know? Or somebody named Tam Tam could fill this up with juice, right?
Oh yeah, Tam Tam juice.
Yeah, I think it's English as well, Karen. And I'm glad to see your comment on there. I have a feeling that it is English. I didn't see English hallmarks, but the English put hallmarks in weird places. All I did see was EPNS Deluxe, and it could be an English piece as well. Yeah, I would agree with that.
We're currently at 25.
Okay. Yeah. What else can I say? I guess there's not a whole lot.
Questions. Yeah. Mint juleps.
So I'll count this down. If there are no questions about it, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I have to tell you, I've got some old trophies, and I use them just as decorative items on a bookshelf with an old camera and some old snapshots. And
okay, Melody Southern Buckeye outbid herself, so her winning bid is $43.
Oh gosh, I'm still talking, and I didn't. Melody Southern at 43. Okay, Melody, thank you. And thank you, everyone.
When you have that.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Okay. This next item is starting at 10. I already have it.
We want to see your face, David, and not mine.
Okay. No problem.
Okay.
This is starting at 10. And it's a nice little photo book, pictures of movie stars with stories by Matinee.
Matinee.
Oh. And it starts right off with Mr. Clark Gable. And it has their printed autographs. These are not their inked or wet autographs. So if you want, you can practice writing Clark Gable in his pen. Nice large photos of our famous Hollywood actors and stars. It starts at 10. Found this at Round Top. It's in excellent condition. A little bit of wear here on the spine, but not much. Nothing's been dog-eared, fortunately. This was handled nicely.
You have bids, David?
I see a bid. Thank you, KP.
Oh, Marlene Dietrich.
Greta Garbo. Let me skip along. Gary Cooper. Wow.
Tallulah Bankhead.
KP's at 10. And it's in great condition, like I said. It ends with Errol Flynn. Hello, chap. It's just fun. It has very, very brief, not so much a biography, but just where they're from, when they were born, highlights of their career, what roles they were pretty much known for. And I will count it down. Looks like for KP, 10, 9. If you can get the stop ready, that'd be great. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the bid. I appreciate it.
Okay, the stop is in.
Great. That is KP's. Thank you much. And back to Scott.
Okay. The next item that I have are two lovely Falstoria candle holders. And they're about 7 inches tall. There's one. There's the other one. We're starting at $20. Falstoria is just lovely glass. Oh my word. You just can't go wrong. I believe this is called the Century pattern. It's not Colony. I think it's called Century. I can't remember. But wow. Falstoria glass, chip and crack free. Double light, elegant. There's no etching on them. Yeah, just beautiful, clear, fire polished American made glass. A lot of the Falstoria patterns were introduced in crystal. Now, when we say crystal, we're not talking about lead content. This isn't crystal, but companies would call clear glass crystal. And a lot of the elegant depression patterns were clear. Many of them came on the scene in the mid-30s and were produced for decades. 10, 20, 30 years, 35 years. And certainly with Falstoria, and I don't remember with this line how long it ran. But probably for decades, as a lot of the patterns did. No cracks where the candle fits into the top.
Nice.
Nice. They're pretty candlesticks. Questions, comments? Let's count them down.
They are lovely.
Can you read my lips or do I have to do fingers, David?
You can do fingers at 1 or 2. 2 or 1.
Oh,
that's fine. Or if you hold it and you set it down and take them away from the camera, I know you're done.
Oh. What about if I exaggerate my lip movements?
That'll work. There you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to do both. 5.
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. There. I gave you the finger and I exaggerated my lip movements. Pretty Falstoria. Oh dear. Oh.
It looks like Terry Trahan in at 38. There is a late bid, but I think it was after the stop. I will refresh just to be sure. I want everyone happy here. And if you get a chance while I refresh, hit the thumbs up. That just helps the channel somehow, some way. And it looks like Terry Trahan, 38, before the stop.
Terry, they will be on their way to you. Thank you, kind sir. And thank you, everyone who placed your bids. I appreciate it. David, it's back to you.
This next item is starting at, let's see, starting at 20.
And you're putting that in, not me. Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Now it's a German doily. I don't know if this is actually like a sample or not. It's too. It may. I don't see where it would have been in like a book or anything. It doesn't have any kind of wear to show that. I think this was just made. I'm sorry. Did I miss something?
I'm just, there was something about German doily that just has me giggling over here. I just love the idea of a German doily. Sorry.
It's
I found it amusing. I'll be quiet.
So I love the way this was stitched in. If you notice the gold stitching in the middle of the roses, that's not lost or anything. Just lovely detail all around the edges.
Woo.
Ginny Mac announced she's here for 30 minutes. She's going to miss most of the show. We're so sorry.
She's trying to watch some football game or something.
Oh, no. Football game.
I guess. Or Purdue, isn't that the man who raised chickens? They want the size. How big is your German doily?
Ah.
How big is that German doily? What size? Pardon the expression.
It's 10 inches by 13. So 10 by 13, edge to edge.
Do you want to see my German doily?
Dita.
Dita. And now we dance.
Now we dance.
Do you want to? Never mind. I'm going to stop.
Love him. Next, I will show you my monkey.
I do want to touch my monkey. Stop. Now, somebody told us to behave because their mother is watching.
Well, hi, Mom.
Hi.
Okay, so we do have I think we have a bid.
Oh, you do, somewhere.
Lynn is first at 20. I saw a secondary one at 20. Doris, you came in second at 20. So Lynn has the first 20. I will count it down. 10, 9, 8,
Ooh.
7,
Wait.
6, 5,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right. I'm watching on my dumb television screen.
Dumb television screen.
Yeah. There goes the stop because I'm waiting for the lag. And now I will refresh. David, I've got to tell you.
Yes, go ahead.
Hands down. That was the best looking German doily I have ever laid. I have seen some German doilies in my day. And that one, woo! Das was von sowas kommt. Guten Tag, mein Herr.
Ooh, this is pretty.
We have a big black glass console bowl or whatever. Put your peaches in it. I get my peaches down in Georgia. Now it's glass and we start at 19. I can't believe we're starting at $19. This is a Depression era. You guys didn't call the winner?
I think we did. It was Linda Thample at 22.
Jeffrey, pay attention.
I think I just said thank you, Lynn. My apologies. I did say thank you, Lynn. Okay. It's okay.
It's
That's
quite,
why we have Uber monitors.
I have a big black glass center bowl.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It's glass. 1930s, you know. Now look, we always, so it's not Ellie Smith. They're not the only ones that made black glass. They made a lot of it, but a lot of other people did as well. That's just, hey, if you are a black glass person, can you imagine this on the table with orange candlesticks next to it? Or any color, really. But it's a pretty one.
Ron Bryant is in at 25.
Ron, I got to figure out what's going on with you on my channel. I got to figure it out.
Elderly Poodles at 28.
We'll figure it out, Ron. You know we will. How's that elephant lamp? Hey, I want to know.
Jeffrey, yes, that would look great on a German doily.
Put the black. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. Let me back up. Now, this measures, so that you know, Ron, it's going to be in a big box. It is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 17 inches. 17 inches across. Oh, you want the buffalo to go next to the elephant. You might win that buffalo. It's coming up. I hope
Nice.
You do. Nice. Nice. Yep, it's glass. Look at that. You could eat the soup. The bean and potato soup. Counting it down because it really is it's the biggest black glass center bowl I've ever had, I think. It is stunning. I'm stunned. 10. You ready, David? 10?
Sure.
All right. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, he did. And he put a decorative light bulb in it too. It looks great. He sent me a picture of it. It looks great. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
That is a beautiful hunk of black glass.
Oh, it would look good with oranges, Sue. I hadn't thought of that. That would look great with oranges in it. If you put black jelly beans in it, they wouldn't show up.
Okay, I am calling it, and I have Sandra Garcia at $59.
Wait a minute.
Yes, fill it with tasty cakes.
What?
You can fill it with tasty cakes.
Yeah, that nasty kind that Jeffrey was freaking out over down here. What was it?
Sandra Garcia at 59. She's on the screen, highlighted for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sandra Garcia at $59. Lemons, yes.
Sandra, thank you, because I don't know what. So I did send. I attempted to send the invoice on the red, and the red velvet is on its way. The table cover. I think that was you, and you were kind enough to just go ahead and send me the money. I'm not charging you any shipping on that. You buy enough. I'm not. You know how I am. But it's coming to you. It's so thank you, because somehow that invoice didn't go through, and I didn't know it didn't. But you wrote to me, and then I saw it, and then you went ahead and paid anyway. So thank you, Sandra. I think that was you, and thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to everybody who bid. And thank you, Sandra.
This next item is starting at 17. Good old Goofus glass plate. So you know it's old. You know it's old glass. Now there is paint loss, as you will see, which is kind of normal. Very few are like pristine. But I love the flower pattern in the middle and how this pattern just radiates out. Of course, there you go. You're getting the glare.
Oh, let me get my stuff.
Nice, way old glass. This measures 11 inches, and I measured it from these tips from the pattern, from one of the radials, not from the flat side to side, but where this line's here. So 11 inches. It's got a nice foot. I don't know if you'd want to set that in some type of setting on one of those black glass vases. I don't know if that would be a great marriage or not, but you could do it. It's got a nice little foot here.
Hey, David,
Yes.
I have to laugh for a minute because Lisa, the RN, is
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the supplier to Jeffrey Reed.
For tasty cakes,
Well, hey, listen, whatever gets you going,
whatever gets you going, whatever, yeah, whatever your thing is.
continue.
I mean, if that's your thing,
Hey, do it.
by all means, you know, it takes all kinds. It absolutely takes all kinds.
Are they carnations? I often see that type of flower on Goofus. It's like a carnation almost, even though it's red. I understand that, but
Mm-hmm.
I hesitate to name flowers because if I say it's a carnation, you'll tell me it's a thistle.
Right, and it's different from. Look at the center. Don't know if you're getting a good vision of the center of the actual face of the flower, and these could be maybe a side view of that same flower. Not sure. What are y'all drinking tonight? Y'all must share the recipe.
I'm still with this, you know me, my stale root beer. No, this is Wawa tea, I guess. Does it glow?
No, it doesn't glow. Does it glow?
No.
I don't know. Would a lot of the old EAPG glow?
I will let Karen Williams answer that. Or anyone else who is more knowledgeable than I.
It's too. I have way too much light in here to put a black light to it. And the black light's in the other room. So.
Generally speaking, no EAPG. Generally speaking, there are exceptions if there's colors, but generally speaking, EAPG doesn't glow.
Okay.
Uranium adds color.
I will bring this back. And we'll go to Scott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of it does glow. All right. What was that?
Pin dropping. Pay it no mind.
I won't. I shan't. $25. Why? That's old. Probably 100 years. What is it? It's a millinery stand. Yeah. Look, it looks like a candlestick, right? From there down, right? From there down, David, what do you think?
From there down, I would think one of the pharmacy or department store shelf risers.
Looks like a pump, feels like a sneaker. It is a millinery stand. What went on it? A hat or something else displayed in the store. It's different slightly from the glass shelf supports, which typically didn't have this oval shape on the top, nor did they have this concave sort of dimple. If you think about a glass shelf, it would typically sit flat. And I've seen those glass. David, you've got some. A toupee holder. Ha! And I've sold some of those glass shelf supports
Risers.
before.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. When I saw this one, I said, this is a little bit different. Look how substantial that base is. Oh, good heavens. My word, you could forget about Colonel Sanders in the library. Who was it? Colonel Mustard. Got him with the candlestick. So millinery, you know, ladies' hats. You go into a nice Strawbridge and Clothier, a Bamberger's, a Marshall and Fields, whatever it is. Yeah, a Neiman Marcus, whatever. Macy's, yeah. Wanamaker's. These are on the counter. And a lovely lady's hat could be standing on top of this. Libby made a toupee stand in the 1880s Well, there you go, Melody. Maybe that's an 1880s. I know it's old. I think this goes back to about 1900 at least. Just tell by the glass. What did I tell you how tall it was? Hey, if you're a collector of antique hats, it's 10 inches tall. It's not chipped or cracked. And see the top? How it's different from a shelf riser? That's old glass. There's a straw mark. That's not a crack. That's a straw mark. Novices will say, oh, that's cracked, that's cracked, that's cracked. No, that's called a straw mark. And it goes right through it. Now, a lot
You'll
of you,
see straw mark in a lot of old glass.
right. And, you know, straw marks, quite often, when you go over it with your finger, your thumbnail will actually click inside of it. You know, you'll actually, that just happens when the glass cools. And cracks have a different, they take on it, put it on a German doily. That's going to be, I know, put it on das German doily. Shall we count it down? Do we have any?
Yes. Ron Bryan is a high bid at 28.
Okay, Ron, you're the high bidder at 28. You might be coming your way. Let's count it down. 10, the antique millinery stand or toupee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A lot of bids coming in right near the end. I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. Oh, dear.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a sound effects. You know, once you get over 55, you just make all kinds of sound effects. You'll see, David.
Oh, absolutely.
You got maybe 2 more years. You'll see.
Oh, no. I get a few.
You do sound effects now?
I see. Melody, Southern Buckeye, $44 before the stop.
Okay, Melody Southern at 44. Melody. Thank you, Melody. I'm sorry for everybody who didn't get it. I'll keep looking for more. And Melody, thank you. Thank you, everyone who bid. We're doing very well, David. It's not even intermission yet.
Not yet. And we are moving right along. This next item.
I will, Melody. I'm always got boxes for you. I got some coming to you this week.
Now, this is a George Briard serving plate, like a little snack plate. This is going to start at $15. Oops. You can put your tasty cakes on here, shrimp. Go to your local tasty cakes dealer, whatever alley you go to, suspect alley, and to get your tasty cake fix, ask your dealer. Don't put it in some greasy brown bag. Tell them you want it on some Briard. You want your taste. You're paying good money. You're paying all of your grocery money when you should be paying your bills for tasty cakes. And put it on some MCM Briard. This is signed. Now, this serving fork is attached to the plate. How neat is that? There is the signature.
That is great. I can just see Bennett Cerf and Arlene Francis and Dorothy Kilgallen having shrimp cocktail in some swanky New York apartment.
That's right. And if you drop your fork, no worries. It doesn't fall into the shag carpet.
David,
you may get a few crumbs. It just hangs right off.
I've never seen that one before. That's a great find.
There's a ton of these in beautiful patterns, mostly all with the gold on there. This lovely pattern.
Yeah. It's great condition.
It's wonderful. Hazel Atlas loves George Briard.
Yeah, that's
Fish, someone saying a fish plate.
yeah, Dorothy
I
Kilgallen.
think Karen's at 15.
And Linda Fample is in at 20.
Okay. Well, I'll do a moderately fast countdown in case there's any bids or somehow some bidding war erupts. And Scott will have the start.
I
10,
have to stop. You mean
9, stop, yes. 8, 7,
from the 60s, KK.
6, yeah, 60s. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I like the ruffling of this plate. You see how the edges kind of scallop. Pretty neat.
Yeah, I love that. Let me get the stop in there. Stop. There it goes. And while we're waiting, let's hit the refresh.
This would have been the early 60s.
Mhm.
You're talking 61 to 64, maybe. Just depends. And tons of different styles. Just a lot of designs. You
I
could
believe it
pretty
might be
much.
Lynn at 20. I see Lynn at 20. Can my moderators double check that for me? Are you seeing that, Jeffrey and KP and those who are moderating? Lynn at 20. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see one.
Okay, it's Lynn at 20.
Excellent. And back to you, Scott.
All right. Let's take a look at some heavy bookends. Ooh. I can get rid of my little hand weights and just do this. They're dated 1926. My house was 1 year old when these were made. Get them up there. It's called the Buffalo Hunt. They're signed and dated. Excellent condition, $30. That's like less than 50 cents a year. $30 is where we're going to start on these Buffalo Hunt, right? We've got some dogs and some buffalo. My gosh, these are some of the heaviest. Let's get the one where you can really see. I think this is the one that you can really see. So these are made by Bronze Art. That's the name of the company. The Gift House, yeah, which was in New York City. And they are dated 1926. I've rarely seen bookends with so much information on the back. So Buffalo Hunt. This is the Bronze Art or Bronze Ware. Is it Bronze Art? I think it's Bronze Art. Yeah. And then we can see clearly down here, copyright 1926, Gift House, and then New York City, and then like a number which would indicate probably the mold. So you got some old green felt on the bottom. Thank you, Heidi. I am so glad that candy dish got to you. And I appreciate the compliment. That was kind of you. And there they are. The condition is just wonderful. See? And the both of them are in the same shape.
You are at 45 for your bid, high bid.
Get these back up so you can see them. Very handsome. And these will really hold some books up. Nice detail. And golly, there was a day and an age when bookends were a popular gift item.
I love bookends. I have to stop. I have to
Why?
watch myself and not get so many bookends
And
because I end up not.
you
I mean,
get, yeah.
maybe it's the way Tammy decorates. There's just no place for my bookends. I only have a set place for my books and only have limited space for bookends.
There
She's
is a
got her knickknacks everywhere. Bettina's great on those. Yeah. Yes, Deb.
sorry, there is a question. Is there another buffalo tonight? Yes, there is another buffalo tonight. That's probably going to come up after the intermission. We do have another buffalo. These are both, oh, they're so heavy. They're 5 pounds each. I'm telling you, that's a 5-pound bag of sugar right there. So they're both marked on the back. Oh yeah, sets of ship themed bookends. Yes, Ron, I like old Ironsides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, that was like the most popular bookend. Other than the plate, yeah. Here, look, that's coming up. Whoever was asking, that's coming up in a minute. That's coming up after the intermission. But we'll keep it going and we'll count these down. Here we go, loop-de-loo. 10, 9, 8. I do too, Jenny. 7, 6. You're welcome, add to cart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It takes talent to answer questions and keep the numbers in sequential order.
Oh, absolutely.
Did I just compliment myself?
Okay. I think Robert back in the day finds outbid himself unnecessarily. Wait, I think he's in before the stop. Let me check. Carol came in with a bid. I will refresh the feed. Give me a moment.
Jeffrey, we got off of that German doily a half an hour ago. Refresh.
No, we're still talking about potatoes as well, weeks later. Jeffrey Reed cooking potatoes.
And if you want to ask me anything about that earthquake, you got to watch the video I did at 7 o'clock.
Okay, I have back in the day before the stop, he outbid himself. So $45 before the stop. Carol Ratcliffe, you came after the stop.
Thanks back in the day. Thanks everybody who placed bids. And in the video that I did today, I showed you that those same bookends are being sold on, well, they're being offered on eBay right now at $445. But again, I told you in my video, don't overpay on eBay. Come here, you'll get them a lot cheaper. You see that? Because, anybody can ask anything. Hey, Robert, back in the day, thank you so much. They're great bookends, and they're coming your way. You're going to love them. Thanks, everybody. It's time for David. Woo, it's almost.
Well, actually, it's intermission. That's 5 items.
Oh, it is intermission. Okay.
So let's talk about that.
All right, I'll tell you what.
You talk about the earthquake. I'll put these silly things on.
I'm not going to tell you. I was in one of 3 places during that earthquake. I was either in bed asleep, on the toilet, or in the shower. Now, if you want to find out where I was, you'll have to watch the video that I did at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And like and comment on it.
David, make sure that you pass on my wonderful greetings to your grandmother-in-law. No, that wouldn't be your grandmother-in-law. Yes, it is. Your grandma, right?
Sure.
Candy?
Yeah.
On her wonderful, is she doing well? I saw a little bit of her party.
She's doing pretty good. 104.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of cat naps, but we'll stay up late and play cards, and she's right there at the table playing cards. And we get tired before she does. Of course, she gets her naps in during the day, so we had a great time. We saw a lot of Tammy's family we hadn't seen in a while. That's our time to catch up. So she's looking great. She feels great. She's still doing some physical therapy. So she's doing good.
She looks
I hope y'all got to look at the video.
It's just amazing to think that she was born the very year that women got the right to vote, that, you know,
Yep.
women voted for the first time in the 1920 election. And if I'm right, she was born in 1920.
Correct.
Just, you know.
Yeah. And you know, when you asked her that New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
going into New Year's, remember, she caught news much later. She grew up in such a rural area. They'd have to like go into town to get a newspaper to catch up. And you know, during the Depression time, that was kind of tough. You know, you didn't have pennies to spare to buy a newspaper, so she would have to catch up on news later. So she would have learned about that much later than most people who were actually keeping up with the news daily or every other day. She probably learned about it maybe even a month later for that. So just amazing, a different time.
It was really great to see her. And look, while we are on intermission, I want to thank everybody who makes the chat so much fun. I want to thank the 399 folks that are out there just tuning in and enjoying. You know, I guess you're enjoying because you're watching. It's great to have you with us tonight, and it's nice that the community comes together to look at all this old stuff. So thanks, everybody. Thanks, David, for hosting tonight. What's coming up?
You're welcome.
You got some shows this week?
Tammy is getting ready for her Tuesday afternoon sale. I think she's with Martha from A Vintage Conversation. They have fun with that one. They have a nice little following in the afternoon. Then Tammy and I will be together 7 Central for our normal show on this channel, Vintage Uprising Texas. If you've already subscribed, check it out. If you've never seen, we're all over the map. Could be a toy, could be vintage, could be 60s. My wife has been nicknamed Carol Brady because she loves the late 60s, early 70s colors. And so you may see some of that if you can pry her fingers from it and get her to sell it. So very eclectic show. You never know what we'll have on that show. I tend to go towards glass and things like that, but it could be anything. It could be some kid's diary from the 60s. Who knows? Thanks for all the well wishes for Grammar. I'll pass that along to her. She was amazed last year when she got Christmas cards from all over the United States. I think she reached, I think she almost got 90 birthday wishes last year, cards that came in. So that was wonderful of everyone. Okay.
Well deserved.
I will. That's the end of intermission. Unless you need to take care of some business.
I'm fine.
Okay, great. Then
my turn?
Away you go.
I've got something for you now that is such nice quality, and I wish I could have figured out who the manufacturer was, but I haven't been able to put my thumb on it. You're not going to be disappointed. $25 is where we're going to start on this guy. It's a buffalo. What is it? It's just a decorative item. It's not a lamp. It's not a bookend. Could easily be used as a paperweight. I studied him all over the place. I mean, I studied him. Couldn't find any marks, but I know he's antique by the way he's made, the detail, and this gold finish on it. You don't see any seams. There are no screws holding it together. It's not a reproduction. I'm going to bring it up closer so you can really study it. There are no breaks. Yeah. So I'm going to put this guy to at least the 1920s. You know, he's right in that era of, you know, like the Hubble, is it Hubble, door stops and things, but he's not a doorstop. And I just can't speak enough about him. Now, I will hold him still and zoom in, but let me measure him. from tail
Yeah,
to horn.
I
He's
think a
about,
doorstop would have had some type of wear on the side where
yeah.
the door would hit it, and there's just not. It's not.
No.
Yeah, no.
Doorstop. This I said in my video, I can see this on Teddy Roosevelt's desk. Look at that face. Look at the detail in the mold. And he's gilded. Most of his gilding is there, especially on his underbelly. Look at how bright he was when he was new.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nobody resprayed him. You know, nobody took an old can of, he is heavy. Yeah. He's a good, you know, well, let me weigh him. Hold on. I do have clothes on all the way, and I've got my scale right here. He is 2 pounds. I would call that heavy, relatively.
Yeah, for paperwork,
He's
absolutely.
2 pounds. He's only 7 inches across, and he is anatomically correct. Now, if you are faint at heart, you might want to avert your gaze. He's very correct in the art department.
Oh my!
That what?
Nice.
They spared no details. Nice. So he's ready to go. Anyway, he's all set, as you can see. I hope I'm allowed to show that. Oh, it's just it's human. It's nature, of course. Don't be such a prude. But look at that face. So we've got horns, and we've got he's a boy. They are haunchy haunches, Ron. He is a boy. I can just see him on a gentleman's desk as a book paperweight or as an object of art. Just, you know, it's the American buffalo, right? Tail, you know, nothing broken, 4 legs. What can I say? But I could not find any foundry marker. You know, so one of the metal companies, probably one of the companies that made Bookends and other decorative iron pieces, you know, from those days. So I don't think okay, it looks like maybe add to cart might have the high bid. Any you love old? He's quality all the way. So, you know, some items speak for themselves. Sometimes you don't always need a mark to see quality and age. It's one of those things. You won't be disappointed. We'll count him down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you see me? 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know what kind of a noise a buffalo makes. I guess he goes, what kind of noise? I don't know what kind of noise he makes. Does he make a noise?
I'm sure he grunts a lot. I'm sure they grunt.
I would expect him to make some noises. They're
wow.
Things unless they're mad. I've never seen one in person. We don't have them in Jersey, but we didn't have earthquakes in New Jersey either until 2 days ago. We do have earthquakes, but we never feel them.
Get rid of that comment. I did a refresh live chat, and
there was a bad comment.
No, Latin Mass. Melody missed it after the stop. She had a nice high bid. Latin Mass at 150. I've highlighted it for you.
Okay, I'm going to wait for that to pop up.
Now, Latin Mass, if you have not purchased from Scott, please email him your information. He may recognize you. I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, Latin Mass, I don't. Thank you so much, Latin. Listen, I do need you to email me, though, within the next 5-10 minutes. That was great. Lovely. Thank you so much. So send me, I need your full name, your mailing address. Tell me if you have a PayPal account or not. And if you do have a PayPal account, definitely send me the email address that's connected to your PayPal account. Okay. And you got it, Latin. But I do need to hear from you. If I don't get anything from you, like in the next 5, 10, 15 minutes, we'll bring him back again at the end of the night. I have to do that if it's new folk, just so we get connected. I want to make sure you and I get connected and you get what you bought. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone who placed your bids. I appreciate it. And Latin Mass, I'll wait to hear from you. It's David's turn. Thanks, everyone.
My turn.
It is your turn.
Okay. This next item.
Thank you, Latin.
Where am I? Oh, number 6.
Am I still on the screen? I am.
You are.
You better get me on before I...
This next item is starting at 100.
No, there's no Venmo. I'm sorry, KK. We don't. None of us do. Well, I shouldn't say none of us, but it's got to go through PayPal. That was a good question. Thanks for asking.
So this could be 100 years old. If not, then production stopped for this company in 1930. Here's the reason. It's a coffee grinder. This is from the Arcade Company. Arcade's crystal coffee grinder, and it's all here. Original lid. I'll take it off. The original Arcade lid.
Yeah, this is...
Even has coffee beans in it. There's the Arcade lid. There's the crystal glass. You'll find these with this shattered, gone. You'll find these pieces. You may even find the measuring cup. But the glass is hard to find. They do make repops of these.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in there and tell everybody. David is absolutely right. Not that he needs me to confirm him. I've had the base before and I've had the top before. I have never had the whole thing. And he's got the lid, the top glass, the bottom glass.
And old beans.
Don't miss out on it. You got to know.
I will pour out the beans.
Yeah, don't spill the beans. That's a good one, David.
I'll take the beans out. But it grinds. It works. I don't mind showing this, and it will grind. You can hear the grinding.
Yeah.
It's hard to do because it's not mounted, but.
And it's spring. There's a spring. If I remember, there's a spring mechanism.
Yeah,
on the bottom.
The spring holds the cup in.
They're
pull.
On their way, Carmen. Sorry.
You can press this down. You can tighten the tension if you'd like.
Yeah.
You can see the grinds are falling into the cup. But just a nice, and then it measures. I believe it measures up to 10 cups if you want. It has the measuring line, so it has 4, 6, and 8 with measuring lines on here. So I believe you could grind. I mean, if you want to grind up to 10 cups, it's going to the brim of this cup.
Yeah. They want to see the mount, how to mount it.
How to mount it. This will screw into a plate, however you want to do it. Screw directly into the wall. So it's a flat mount. So there's a placement for 4 screws or bolts if you're using metal. Very wonderful design.
The
arcade is imprinted here. Crystal here. It's got the crystal number 3 jar on it. The spout, so it's 2 ends open, right? So you have the lid. The spout is encased by the, Scott's familiar with it, this bracket, which has 2 bolts. And not Phillips head, because Phillips head wasn't even created yet. 2 flathead screws here that go into 2 square bolts on the back. You release that, this jar comes off.
Yeah. I don't mean to keep trying to interrupt you because I hate to take over and I don't mean to do that, but I do believe this was for domestic use. Now that's not to say that it, couldn't have been in some country store, but I believe these were made actually for domestic home use. And Carmen, somebody asked me the pay-by numbers, they're on their way. I'm sorry for the delay, but they're in the mail. Okay, back to you, Dave. This is a great piece.
Yeah, and it's antique all the way because
Oh
the
yeah.
company arcade began in I believe the 1870s, maybe a little earlier, mid 18. And arcade went out of business. They stopped production in the 1930s, maybe as early as just 1930. So this is at 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 the least almost 100 years old.
Yeah, you've
At
got
the
a bid at
least.
one. You have a bid at 110. That I don't know if that's the highest bid or not. They do move quickly, but I do see a 110. Back in the day, is at 110. I don't know if you that jumped in there. So
Yeah, I think I put it on the screen. There we go.
here's
And just for measurement's sake, gosh, I don't think my ruler is long enough. But from the tension, without the tension ring hanging, we would be at 17 inches tall. And with the tension ring, the actual little pull ring here, at another inch and a half.
Yep, you can mount it on the wall or the side of a wooden cabinet.
Yeah, I've seen mounts on the wall cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll do a plate and then mount the plate on a wall. Or I saw one where someone ingenious actually, they set a plate and then slid the plate into a little slide. They made like a little slide mechanism. I don't know why I made it. Maybe they felt like it would be more secure that way. Don't know. But very, very ornate. Nice wear on the hand, nice patina and wear on the handle. And like Scott said, or the years say they stopped production. This arcade went out of business in the 30s. So I'll count it down,
Just
and
super.
Scott will have to
The
stop. Go
top and
ahead.
bottom, the whole thing. It's a great. That's awesome that you've got all of it together. I've seen them go for. That's great. Okay, wonderful. What kind of
Okay,
metal? It's
you'll have
probably
this.
good old cast. It's
It's
probably
cast
good old
iron.
Bethlehem steel. That's old, old. That's old. That's iron. Probably the metal. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
iron.
hot metal.
I'll count it down. Scott will have the stop,
I got it ready.
and he'll call it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So get your bid ins. We got bids in. I just love that arcade is on the top here, crystal on the jar, crystal here on the base, and the thing works and grinds beautifully.
Well done, good man. That is a great. What a find. What a find. Okay, we've got the stop in there, and it might be back in the day at 186. Let's all hit refresh. I'm going to ask my moderators to double check me because I'm in and out. But it looked like 186 back in the day. Would that be right, or did I mess up?
I see it on my end as Robert at 186. Yeah,
Okay.
I see several yeses.
Yeah. And when David says Robert, a lot of people just see back in the day and they don't
Right.
necessarily know that that's who that is. But yep, just for clarification, I know you, Robert, but just for clarification, in case anybody's saying, who's Robert? It's back in the day,
Okay.
right?
Thank you so much, everyone, for bidding. I was pleasantly pleased when I found that.
Yeah, you should have been. Robert and Lori have sent me photographs of the way in which they decorate different parts of their home and kitchen and everything. Oh my gosh, you guys! I wish I could come visit. We should at some point. Wouldn't it be fun to do everybody send in pictures of how you decorate? How you live with the things. That would be so much fun.
That would be neat. Tammy gets pictures from time to time from people that how they decorate.
I get so busy, life, there's so much busyness, and outside of this, we have lives. We have church and family and friends and significant others and family and things that we do, that we don't always talk about. It's hard to keep up. So don't anybody ever feel unwanted or unloved, or that we don't, we read it, we see it. I know I'm not good with my emails.
Latin Mass did send their information to you, so they did email you.
Yes, I forgot to say, thank you so kindly. I received that. I got your full name. I got your address. We got you, Latin Mass.
Thank you.
Ubi caritas et amor. Look at that. It's a candy jar. It's beautiful glass with a silver, because it says sterling on it.
Now you collect these.
Huh?
Don't you collect these? You have a modest collection of these candy jars.
I have a modest collection of them.
What are you starting this at?
Oh, heavens. $25.
While we talk, go ahead.
The lid is marked sterling. It's too tiny for you to see it, but it was in today's video. So I did polish the lid, and around here on the rim, well, I'll try to find it. In fact, it's right there, but I know it's not going to show up. Right there is the word sterling. You just have to take my word for it. So sterling is right there. The glass is unmarked. There is a flea bite on the bottom rim right there, but the glass is decorated, and there's a little tiny flea bite right on the bottom rim. But look how pretty the glass is decorated. This is a nice one. And I don't know. It's high-Z quality glass. It's good glass, and it is wheel cut. So we've got wheel cut decorations all around the top, all around, and all down the sides as well. And it's a small one, and these are candy jars. They were great gift items. This one, if a yellow tint is showing up on your screens, I do have to tell you that this is crystal clear. So if you're seeing a yellow tint, it is actually absolutely crystal clear glass with no yellow tint in it. Sometimes the lights play tricks. 8 inches tall from the bottom to the top. And this is a day and an age when candy jars were put out, usually for the company. And this is a small one, but it's the most elegant one. It's a little too fancy for me. So we're going to let it.
Too fancy for you.
We're going to let it go. We're going to let this candy jar travel on to somebody else's. Hey, Halloween and Jemmy, where you been? We haven't seen you in a while. Before I count this down, I hope I don't embarrass him, not Halloween and Jemmy. I don't know what Jemmy means, but some of you, a couple of you asked me, there is a fellow YouTuber by the name of Philip. What's his last name, David?
Mofford?
Yes. And he does a lot on depression glass. He's up in Maine. He's okay. He stopped doing some YouTubes for Mulford. He and I chat. He's good. And I told him, I said, Philip, people are asking about you. You know, sometimes life, things. He wants you to know he's going to be back. But in case you missed his videos, he's doing well. And he was touched by the fact that people were asking me how he was. And I sent him a message. So just wanted to let you know that. Okay, so there it is. I'm sorry, I talked too much. 10, 9.
Our high bid's at 55.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's what a gummy is. It a gummy or a gummy? It's a animatronic company that makes Halloween things. I didn't know that.
Okay, Lola May outbid herself, so Lola May wins at 75, and she is on the screen for your convenience.
Do you happen to have an extra German doily for my convenience?
Yeah.
Lola, thank you. Thanks everybody who placed bids. I appreciate that. And I'll text Philip tomorrow and let him know I threw his name out there, and he'll be touched
And
probably.
Karen did mention as well, and that his eBay store's full, so he is selling on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't have the link, or I'd have to find it. We kind of don't have time to do this. After this sale, when this registers on YouTube, I'll put a link in the comment below under this sale to Philip Mofford's eBay store. I have no problem doing that.
Be quiet, Jeffrey Reed. Go eat a Florence Harding cookie.
Tasty cake. I think Karen's looking it up just in case. Okay, next I have probably the last buffalo item. If you're collecting buffaloes, this is going to start at $10. I'll type that in. Nice decorative plate from Primitive Artisan. Nice bold and green stripe.
Nice.
Yeah, I keep a little Southwestern theme here. I have a coin bank, a 10-gallon hat, ashtray, and I had this displayed a while. I had to make room for some things, so this is a nice green and gold striping here. Not much to say other than this is uh, from Primitive Artisan. They came out with a series of different animals. So they had ducks, the buffalo, deer, um, grizzly bear. The plate is 8 inches,
Nice.
and just I had it displayed on a plate stand, because I had this kind of southwest theme going, or western theme, and I thought that was just a handsome depiction of the buffalo. So all Jeffrey,
Ignore him.
I highlighted him.
Eat a tasty cake
Eat a tasty cake.
or a lobster
Yeah,
roll.
when Tammy and I go to on Fridays, we'll travel 2 hours to a thrift store that's only open on Friday and Saturdays. And there's a mad rush to this place because it's near this little triangle of small towns, in the rolling plains near LaGrange, Texas, Round Top, Texas, Columbus, Texas, and there's a farm that has buffalo, and when they are fence side near the highway, they are just majestic. They are so large. This is a bit. I think if they were smart enough, they would run through that tiny little fence they have, because they just don't know. These are majestic. If you have not seen one in person, they are just gorgeous, gorgeous animals. And I don't. Mike is at a has. Oh, great.
You have a bid at 10.
There's a bit at 12,
Oh,
and I will highlight. Yeah, Mike Burgess is at 12. I'll highlight Philip's link and put it in the comments. Someone was kind enough to do that. I believe it's Karen Williams.
he'll be delighted to hear from you
Yeah.
guys. Delighted.
And I will count it down. Mike's a high bid at 12. And 10. Nine, Scott, if you can get ready with the stop, that'd be great.
I'm ready.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll set that on top of the German doily.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Do you see it?
The stop?
Yeah.
Not
It's
yet.
it's let me hit
There it
refresh.
is.
I don't know if I saw. I don't see any.
The high bid is back in the day fines at 15.
Okay.
So thank you very much for your bids. Mike, thank you for your bid. I appreciate it. Randy, I'm sorry. Yeah. Robert, that's going to you to Louisiana. And meanwhile, ooh,
Now, before I tell you where we start, there is a flea bite at the bottom, and I mean flea bite, and there might be a little flea bite at the top. Listen, not all damage is created equal. Something like this, I can handle a little tiny flea bite. They're not antique. I don't know how old they are, but they look just like something out of the 1930s. Let me get my fingerprints off of them. Now I'll tell you, we are going to start at $25. You put this Art Deco looking inspired set of candlesticks with your chrome and you got a big hit. They are candlesticks. They're 10 inches tall. Look at that. I've got a lot of old blue glass from the 30s and it's etched just like this. But I firmly believe that these are not old. I think these were made within the last 30 years. I have my reasons for thinking that. They are glass. The whole thing is glass. It's blue mirrored glass. Look at the flowers. They're done exactly the way the old blue glass mirrors were etched. This is blue glass, and they've got blue glass bases. I can tell, by the way, they're connected to the base, that they're not antique. I can also tell by the glass on the bottom. They're just not antiques. But who cares? Man, if you like Art Deco, you're going to go to town with these. Look at the etching. See it?
Mm-hmm.
You get one flower there. This side, you get all of that etching. There's the
You
candlestick.
have a bid at 35.
I flipped when I saw these. And as I said, hey, you like the 30s? David, can't you see a table set with chrome and Anchor Hawking's Manhattan and these in the middle?
Ooh. Mix it up in the winter with Manhattan and modern tone and get that blue pop, that icy clear and the icy blue. That would look great.
10 inches tall.
Sandra Garcia is at 40. Those are fantabulous.
They really sparkle.
I display and use one piece of blue glass, and it's a electric clock. I gifted you one without the cord, but it's very similar to that. It's a nice Art Deco blue mirror clock that I use in my bedroom.
No, the clock that you gifted to me, David, has a cord on it.
Oh, it does? Okay.
I use it.
Awesome.
I love that clock. It's sitting next to one in peach. I never showed you that I have it, but I have it. So
someday I'll see it.
Yeah. All right, so count the candlesticks down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good for you, Halloween. You got a Victor from 1925. Sweet. It probably has the Victor 2 reproducer instead of the orthophonic. Nice. You didn't get a credenza, did you? I want one.
Nice.
Victor model. I thought
Okay, I need help. So I have Funky Monkey at 55 before the stop. I want to make sure everyone sees that Sandra's came in just after.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
just wanted to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ron, you have a credenza? You dog. I want one.
So Funky Monkey at 55 before the stop. Karen, one of our moderators, just confirmed that. Thank you, Sandra, for bidding Funky Monkey.
Hey, Gummy. Not Gummy. What's his name? Halloween. Your 1925 has see, that's interesting that it doesn't have a number 2 reproducer. It's got the old orthophonic. Because Victor transitioned into their electrical recordings for the Christmas of 1925 Victrolas, but it's got an old orthophonic. All right, get it replayed. Put new gaskets in it now. I'm sorry. Now I'm talking. We need to get together. Ron, I want to see your orthophonic. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking, and people are going, Scott. Nobody.
No, it's okay.
It's your turn.
We should interact a little bit on the. It doesn't always have.
This is how I get it when we're talking about phonographs.
Right.
It's
let's see.
Yeah, but the Granada should have a number 2 reproducer. It's fine though. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm off in Neverland with talking Victrolas. I'm sorry.
Neverland. Okay, I have more Goofus class.
Oh, let's see it.
I'm no expert. This is gonna start. Let me type in the start real quick while I yap.
Oh, Lisa.
This is a style of vase I've not seen. This is starting at 19.
Ooh. David.
It's 4.5 inches wide. And it is 9.5 inches tall.
A Goofus vase. Get out of town.
Yeah, I've not seen vases. Let me hide that comment.
Neither
Sorry.
I.
So 9.5 inches tall. There is loss on the back, paint loss, but where the decorative, the pressed flowers are, I would say, based on the panel, that paneling, more than 90% of the glasses there, I would call 95%. Where you would display this. Go ahead.
I have never in my lifetime seen, hey folks, if you're a Goofus person, you're not going to find another vase. All right, it's going to be long and hard.
Yeah, I would assume these just break as old as the glass is. This old, very old pressed glass. That it's because it's not like you've stated before. We've stated before.
Yeah,
the glass used for this design, for this painting, was not super high quality, obviously. But the charm is that these are now antiques.
Yeah.
And it's just very old glass. And let me get in so you can look at the press design.
Karen says she has one, but Karen, you collect a lot of glass. They're not common though, right?
Right. I've never seen a vase.
Wow.
I find a lot of the smaller sandwich or snack plates. The plate I showed earlier, I've not seen these outside of like a case.
Yeah.
I've not seen these as often. I'll see those every now and then. First time I've ever seen a vase, and first time I've seen one where I could kind of get my hands on it. You know, something this large that had the Goofus paint. But it is unique. But I love the old style. This reminds me of the scrolling you would find on, I guess, like on houses trim work, those old big
Mhm.
houses with the cornicing.
Yeah.
And like
Wow.
I said, where the flowers are, I'm just happy that the paint, most of the paint is here, and like the back is worn off. Maybe it rubbed against a curtain for who knows how long. I don't know. I don't know how that would end up rubbing off over time.
I think it got into a fight with a German doily.
Perhaps, perhaps, yeah, it got in a fight, or there was a German doily blitzkrieg.
You know those German doilies, you got to keep an eye on them.
I'll count this down, Scott. If you can get ready with a stop,
I got it.
I would appreciate it.
That's right.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you all for the comments. Yeah, this is not something you see all the time.
All righty. I believe it is the lovely and talented Karen Williams, perhaps at
25.
2025. Huh?
I'm doing a refresh. I believe it's 25 live chat. There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Okay. Thank you so much.
In diesem Packet habe ich ein German doily. Okay, I'll stop with the German doilies. We have a daguerreotype, yeah, in there. Civil War era. We're going to start at 20 doll hairs. She's in there. Now, the little embossed cover, as usual, it's separated, but oh my word, there it is. So you've got the lovely embossed felt velvet on the inside. It has come off, but it remains the original cover to the daguerreotype. And there she is. It's going to be hard for you to see her. I did put her in today's preview video.
Mm-hmm.
She is not post-mortem. Oh, pre-post-mortem. Okay. Yeah. I don't believe, I am not selling this as a post-mortem. I've had post-mortems. I'm not an expert, but I can usually tell if they're dead or not. And yeah, they did prop their eyes open, but I don't get the post-mortem feel on her. That's up to you. I'm actually going to post a picture of her tomorrow on my community page, and you can all vote. Knock yourselves out, dead or alive. But I don't feel that it is post-mortem. Anyway, so enough about that. She's under glass. She's in excellent condition. When I zoom in, my picture, my camera does not zoom in well. And you put your hand, it doesn't seem to make any difference if I do the hand. It's still not. And then you get all this glare. Anyway, so you don't know what she looks like. Her eyes are open. And it would be a Civil War era piece. The little hook is on the side. Look at that, where it originally hooked on the outer piece. So it's wonderful to have her in there. She looks to be somebody said earlier, you know, in this picture, she's probably like 19 years old and had 20 kids. Yeah, she's wonderful.
I can hear Ken Burns narrating some portion of her life while this
I
photo
know.
was taken.
Mm-hmm. She is a relatively younger woman. I don't know what the question is. Frau Bücher, yeah. Stay close to the candles. Be very cautious on the staircase and stay close to the candles. If you don't know Frau Bücher, forget it.
Oh, Connie asks, could Scott and David put a word or two with the start price? It would help to know what sold prior if we leave the live for a bit of time. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Huh?
I know what they mean. Connie means. That's fine. We can do that. Byerly thinks she's a vampire.
Yeah, but Gummy, rather than brass or nickel, there was the exhibition, not ortho. There was the exhibition reproducer, but then once they went to electric recordings in 1925, it was the Victor #2. But it's fine; either one of them will work. We're talking Victor reproducers. Anyway, sweet. Okay, there she is. Oh, you watch that once a year? Cat L got the Frau Bücher. I think part of the fun in watching us, David, is people try to figure out our humor, and you know, if so, sometimes
it's all over.
It's all over. My brain is a blender. She's holding a German doily. Good one.
Yes.
Good one, Lisa.
She's clutching that German doily.
You will finish your plate, or we will hit you over the head with a German doily. Terrible. I can make fun of the Germans. I'm about 90%. Okay. We'll count Frau Bücher down. Poor old thing, sweet old thing. Give her a name. Give her a home. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She is not holding a Bible, which was typical in all photos of that period. I don't know if I would agree with that, Sarah.
Doy says Bessie.
It's not really typical that people are holding Bibles. I mean, you know, some people hold a Bible, but I wouldn't say that it's typical for people to hold Bibles in pictures from this era. But anyway, huh?
Maisie. No, you're at 30 for a bid.
Okay.
Were you done counting? You interrupted yourself.
I don't know. Didn't?
You stopped at 6.
Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was thinking about the reproducers. Be quiet, Poodle. Poodle just called me a Dorcas. Airhead.
Okay. Jessica Franco is at 30, highlighted on the screen. And Jessica, Scott may recognize you. I don't. Just in case, send him your information. He may have your information.
I don't, Jessica. So if you would kindly send it my way, I'll be checking my email.
Just send your information. Old Curiosity Shop 99 at gmail.com. It is scrolling on the crawler at the bottom of the screen.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll look for your email, Jessica, and it's all yours. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, David. We're still selling.
We're still doing it and doing it well. Okay, my next item, I guess I'll make it there's 2 items that start at $14, so I'll make it a choice, even though it's 2 different sizes. Now, Scott and I have sold the black glass risers or bases before. Um, you've seen the black. We've come up with these. These look very familiar. This is starting at 14. Now,
Woo!
the problem, not the problem, the uniqueness of this is that not all of these are glass. These are actually pottery. This
Really?
one's California pottery.
Wow.
You'd never know it, but that's California pottery. It's stamped on the bottom. There's no chips, no flea bites. So this is pottery. This larger one is measures from the edge. The outer edge of the ring is 5 inches.
Nice.
Um, but you can tell it's larger than these. These, the smaller ones, the same rings. This inner ring is 4 inches, and that this ring on the outer edge is 4.5. So let me show you the sizes again. And look on the bottom. These you can tell they're pottery because of when they glaze these, the bottoms sat on the shelving when these were glazed, and so that wear was in. So they probably glazed these, and then the wear on the bottom. You show the white, where you can tell that's pottery and not glass. But you'd never know with a piece of glass sitting on these that these are pottery.
No, they look just like glass from here.
Yeah. So these are going to be choice. There's 3 of these, so these will be choice. You can pick 1 or 2 or 3. It's up to you. Elderly poodles at 20. You can name these if you want as well. This could be Maisie. This could be Ethel. And this can be Zaza. It's up to you. I've actually had pottery displayed on one of these, but like I said, I have to make room for some things. I like changing these up.
Yeah.
Scott, if you have we have 2 that are bidding, so just get the stop ready.
The
These
stop.
will be choice. You can get 1, you can get 2, you can get 3. And like I said, you have 3 different sizes. And I will count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll wait for Scott to put in the stop.
And on my TV, he just went 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Like they used to say on the Prego spaghetti commercial, it's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there.
Live chat. Skip the ad. And it looks like I have Poodle at 30 before the stop. Can someone confirm that?
Let me hit.
Karen shows Terry at 28.
I'm hitting refresh. Hold on.
Okay. I'm looking at the YouTube. At the YouTube.
Just before the stop,
Live chat.
Just before the stop, I have Elderly Poodle at 30. So let us call it. Let the moderators call it, folks, if you will. I know we appreciate your helpfulness, but if you would very kindly let the moderators call it, that cuts down on some confusion.
Okay, I'm showing Poodle at 30. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We got Poodle at 30. Now Poodle. Ooh, Lola, you came in really late on a real late lag. Poodle, which one do you want? There's 1, 2, or 3. Large, medium, small. Poodle wants the footed large. Okay. And Terry, do you want any of the others, the medium or small one?
Okay. I need. Oh, let's see. I'm sorry. You're
Go ahead.
doing. No. I need to clear something up as soon as you're with Jessica. Jessica, hang in there because we got to clear something up. You're going to wait. Terry Trahan says, yes, I will. Yes, I'll take the other two.
Okay, thank you, Terry.
May I speak?
Please.
Jessica Franco, who was the winner of the Civil War photograph. I got your email, but you didn't give me any information. What I need, if you'll write back to me, Jessica, and here's what I need. I just need I got your name. I need your mailing address. I need you to tell me if you have a PayPal account or not. If you don't, no worries. You can check out as a guest. I'll send you a link. If you do have a PayPal account, I need the email address that is associated with your PayPal account. And it's not always the one from which you are writing. Okay, so just give me all that information and you got it, Jessica. It's great. I think you're new. Wonderful.
Nice.
Hey, I got a flask for $15. That's an old one and it's made in England. This has to go back to the 30s or 40s because of the way it is embossed, whatever, machine engraved. We're going to take a closer look at it. It holds 8 ounces of whatever you want to, whatever. Shaped for the hip, right? Right there is where it goes. And look, when you turn it this way, you can see here's the spot where your initials could go, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could put Tam Tam right there. David. TT. Oh, wait a minute. Did my computer die? No, we're good. Unscrew the lid. Right? There we go. Put a little bootleg hooch in there. The next time you're standing in line at the Acme with a dozen eggs and nobody will wait on you, you'll be fine. Now, I can't guarantee that, I don't know what was on the inside, but if you want to drink out of it, that's up to you. It was made in England, and on the bottom it says English pewter. It says 6 ounces. Made in England. Yeah, this isn't big enough for Tam Tam, right? Made in England.
Sure it is.
6 ounces. And look at the way it's not machine turned, whatever you call that, engraved. Doesn't this remind you of the cigarette lighters and the old? That's got to be a 30s and a 40s piece, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody wants it. Okay, we'll put it away. We don't have any bids. Really? We don't?
Briar Lee says I should get it for Tam Tam for a Mother's Day gift.
For a Mother's Day gift. Okay. No takers on the 1930s English pewter. There we go. Back in the day, we have a bid at 15. Let's count it down and keep it rolling because it is 5 of. And I think, was this our 10th item, David?
It is.
I've got an 11th.
That's your 10th. Yeah.
You want to sneak in 11?
I can. I have if you want 11, that's fine. I have 10 and then some unsold items. Maybe someone wasn't in here.
Oh,
but go ahead.
10.
Let's count it down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
And I have Carmen Sittler at 16.
Thank you, Carmen.
Okay. You have that info? Excellent. My last piece, we run into these from time to time. I love them. Prices go down with pottery, especially the pottery from the late 40s going into the early 60s. your Roseville, your Weller. If it gets a little chip, the prices come way down. I like to save the little chippy ones because the prices are so good. And I have a little modest collection. When I get a chance, I'm going to display these properly and put plant. I'm going to actually grow things. So this is going to start at 12,
12.
and it is a nice, beautiful Weller blue with the dogwood bloom.
Oh, that's pretty.
Now, I got it at a very, I was surprised that it was the price it was because of this tiny little, let me show that. And I'm really getting it in here so you can see it. It's mainly glaze loss
Yeah.
at the very foot. But
Oh,
when I
that's
take it back,
yeah.
you can't even see it. I mean, you're getting more of the light reflection than anything. But the blues they used on these glazes are just so gorgeous. Justine's at 12.
I just have to jump in, David, and say that
Sure.
that blue glaze, where I wouldn't necessarily call it unique, I would happen to say that I don't see blue glazes like that as much as I see other cut tones. So that's pretty. And someone would like to see the bottom.
Sure. It's Weller. Now I forget the story. I forget where Weller started at another house. I don't know if it was Roseville or another pottery in Ohio. And then they started their design. I collect select pieces of Van Brigel, and of course, Van Brigel designed and started at Rookwood.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Colorado. Of course, he had tuberculosis. He thought the drier and cleaner air would help him. He did not live that long after the move. His wife took over, but made gorgeous pieces nonetheless. So a lot of these potters branched off and made their own potteries. And if you go into the books and look at the history of their designs and how they branched off, you'll just nice reads in of themselves.
That
And
screams springtime.
go ahead.
It screams springtime.
Yeah.
You've got a high bid of 21.
Okay. I will count it down if you're ready with the stop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll set that in the box. And meanwhile, while we're waiting for the stop, let me pan the camera up. And if you notice, I have a few pieces up there that I've displayed on the top shelf. I have some Roseville, Weller. Nice little collection I have. And
But it appears to be Julie, G-A-N, G-A-G-N-E for 20, Gagne, Gagne. I'm not sure, Julie, how I say your last name, but it's Julie at 27, I think.
Julie Gagne at
Are you able to see?
27.
Uh-huh. Susan, you came in just after the stop.
Just after the stop. Thank you, everyone who bid. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoy getting these
Oh, it's
small pieces of
Gag.
pottery.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Julie said close enough. Well, we didn't call you a German doily.
All righty. You had a bonus piece?
I certainly do, and it's everybody's grandfather or father, depending on how old you are, had a pipe stand with a humidor just like this. $20 if you're interested. Goes back to the 40s, and it's made of, is it mahogany or walnut? Hey, listen, the only thing is that there probably was a brass plate on the top with Daddy's initials. That brass plate is gone. Hey, you leave it like it is, or
Any
take
other
the,
metal on there?
pardon?
Any other metal?
You could,
Is it
yes, and any
no?
metal
Is
has,
there any other metal on the box?
on the inside, it's porcelain lined. Yeah, it's a humidor.
Yeah. Okay.
Why, was somebody asking that?
No, I
Oh,
would replace it with a silver plate. I
hey,
personally.
yeah, any plate that you want. So, you know, I know that my grandfather smoked a pipe, and you remember pipe smoking was popular again in the 1970s. You know, Jerry Ford smoked a pipe. I don't know if that's the reason why all the men were smoking pipes in the 70s, but um, this piece, however, is much older than the 1970s. But anyway, so you've got the nice old felt on the bottom and the old sticker there from the company. It's hard for me to see it. I don't know what it says. Novelty something something somewhere in New York. But it's in lovely condition. And we will open the top again and let you see. Oops, turn it around this way. So the inside is, what did I just knock down? The inside is,
Mr. Schreiber always smoked his pipe in our band room in middle school.
oh,
That's when you could still smoke in the school if
yeah,
you were a faculty.
yeah.
And that was 80, let me date myself.
When you could still
Eighth
smoke.
grade, eighth grade, up to the summer or spring of 86. So smoking in offices still and in his office in the band room. Yeah, it smells great in there. That's where I fell in love with tobacco smoke.
Well, David,
The
when you
smell of it.
when you come this way, David, you're going to bring your clarinet. We're going to start a klezmer band, okay? So I'm not taking no for an answer.
Okay.
Uh, so here to your old band director. Now, I will tell you this. You'll see scratches in the wood here. You know what? I've done nothing to this. If you don't like that scratch, you can go to the hardware store, the drugstore, get you some scratch cover. It's gone, right? You don't have to
Hmm.
refinish it, but you can easily rub it down with a scratch cover. I didn't do anything to it, left it just the way it is. And I think we might have one opening. I think we might have a bid at 20. That's looks like that's it. So we're going to go
Correct.
ahead and out the pipe stand down. Let me sit back down. Oh, if there are no questions on the humidor pipe stand, I'll count it down. 10, 9.
Paul Ingalls smoked a pipe.
Laura Ingalls?
Paul did. Paul Ingalls, her dad.
Oh. 7, 6. Good suggestion, Ron.
Great suggestion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Speaking of Laura Ingalls, you know what a fun thing is for me to do about once a year?
What's that?
I go and I find that clip. You know which one I'm talking about, where Nellie Olson is in the wheelchair.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she pushes and she screams. You know what I'm talking about, David?
Because she was lying. She could really walk.
Didn't we love to hate Nellie Olson? Oh, we loved it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you go find it. Laura Ingalls pushes Nellie Olson down the hill in a wheelchair. Now, I'm not advocating pushing people down hills in wheelchairs. Don't send me any hate mail.
Back in the day, Fines is the winner for that at $20.
Wow, you got it. I think I knocked my pen on the floor. Back in the day, it's yours at 20. And David, show us those things at the beginning.
Okay, I have the. Just let me. There we go. the Bennington Pitcher, and this is let me get in so you can see the blue glaze. They call their blue agate. I have this at $17, made in Vermont, dishwasher safe, stoneware. $17 for the pitcher.
Don't be shy now. Let us know, folks.
And then I have the 11-inch Goofus platter. It has like a small foot, so it rises. It doesn't sit flat just on the base. It has a little base. Yes, it has some paint loss, but this is very old glass, way old glass, way old. This measures 11 inches. This is $17. And those are the two items.
Okay, we'll see. We'll let anybody jump in if they want to.
So both at 17 for either the Bennington Potter's Cottage Pitcher or the Goofus Glass plate platter.
Florida Golden Girl says Nellie, I'm assuming it's the actress who portrays Nellie. She does a tour in LA called the Nasty Nellie Tour. I would love it.
Does she really?
I think she's a hoot. I've seen her in interviews as an adult, and Mindy Kahn is doing a lot of interviews now. She was on The Facts of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, not Mindy Kahn. Is it Mindy Cohn? It's Cohn or Kahn anyway. She's doing a lot of interviews right now. It's neat to see, well, we said actresses then. It's neat to see them now and have them sort of laugh at themselves, not taking themselves too seriously, but sort of laugh at the characters they created and have fun with it, rather than be embarrassed by it.
Right. Julie, yes, we have your information. Thank you. Randy is asking what was her mother's name.
Whose mother?
I guess Harriet.
Oh, Harriet.
I guess yeah.
Harriet. No, it's not Cohen. It's spelled. You're close, Lisa. Somebody
I think it's Cohn.
Right, and she doesn't pronounce it Cohen. It's either Con or Cone. But anyway, yeah, that's the same person. If there were ever two, they're not the only ones, but there are certain pairs that just and the actor and actress, actors who portrayed Nels Olson and Harriet, it would not be possible to find two actors. And so don't you think?
Yeah. And Mr. Olson must have loved Harriet. He put up with a lot of her shenanigans.
Oh, he did. But he was, he was long-suffering. We would say she was a difficult woman, and he was a long-suffering husband.
Right.
If you use those I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore. I say things and I get in trouble because I'm not supposed to say it. I don't know if you can say that. Anyway.
Someone out there on YouTube just put their hands on their hips and wagging at the screen. Now, Scott, we said we'd be nice tonight.
KP is David. How do you know that Doily was German? Was Deutsch?
How did I know it was Deutsch?
Yes, from Deutschland.
I have a small sampling of textile, and it just the way it was. I guess it's not felt. I guess it'd be wrong to call it felt.
You could smell the Wiener Schnitzel.
Ah.
Have we finished the sale?
Have we finished it? Oh, yeah. Someone wanted us to verbalize when we went to the next thing. We have finished the items.
What do you mean verbalize?
They want us to say, okay, we're at the next item. Did someone pick up that frame?
Yes, but I'm still waiting. Girl, who is it? Jessica Franco. I can write back to you. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Hold on, Jessica. Did you get me? You did. Wait a minute. Yes, good girl. Okay, Jessica, I got you. Yep. Excellent. Wonderful. See, this is wonderful. Okay. And hey, guess what? Well, I can't announce. I was going to tell you what's.
Go ahead.
No, I can't give you any information. Jessica, we got it.
So you have everyone's information.
Yeah, everyone tonight who was new, I've got you.
Okay.
So we are connected.
So if you know anyone that might be interested in the picture or the plate, even though no one here is interested, you may know someone. Have them watch the show and just put it in the comments, and we'll take care of that person and reach out to them, or they can reach out to us. The information will be on in there. That's very neat that you have that, Scott. Look at this.
Jeremy was asking, Jeremy, it's like some people can never find their car keys or their eyeglasses. I lose this ruler every single day. And it turns up in very strange places where I don't remember me having anything to do with it in that spot. I mean, it can be in the microwave, on the back of the toilet, on the front porch. It can be anywhere. But I lose it every single day. And that's all I've got to say.
That's wonderful.
You sound thrilled, David, at my story.
I'm answering a question about invoicing.
I could tell. I was. All right.
Normally after a 2 Chaps, we'll start sending out invoices tomorrow, as early as tomorrow, simply because most of the buyers that come here, we don't see them Tuesday or Wednesday typically. So we will invoice. Some people do come to Wednesday, so we'll kind of hold off, or we'll ask them whether they want to invoice. So some like to wait and just
on your show,
combine all of everything, because it's this show, Tuesday show, then Wednesday, and then it's easier to just combine it if there's enough things. So
I don't believe I will be with you again until a week from tonight. I might pop up and do a live, and there'll be some videos this week, certainly.
Okay.
But I'll see you next Monday night for my regular live sale.
And I have nothing going on, so I will be happy to help you with that and moderate.
Round of applause and reverse.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Thank you, Scott, for another successful 2 Chaps episode.
Thank you, everyone who purchased, everyone who attended, watched, commented, didn't comment, threw darts at the screen. Hey, if you had fun,
threw popcorn,
killed a couple of hours, we're happy.
That's right. Thank you, everyone. We bid you good night, and enjoy all the eclipse photos.
Good Nacht, meine German Doily.
German Doily.